All right, guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. Today, we're talking about our real estate tour. We're going through one of the places that we will probably put on the tour. Just look at the houses and just kind of get a feel for being here. And of course, you can always reach out to us at therealsouthafrica.com. See you on the inside. All right, guys. You guys know real estate tour number one was amazing. I think they enjoyed themselves. And our real estate number two tour back in 2023 in November. The footage is on our website, or actually on our YouTube channel. I think they were overwhelmed because they saw a lot of different properties. They saw big homes, little homes, apartments, small apartments, big apartments, penthouses, and of course we have people who purchase. So we've already announced our 2024 real estate tour. It's going to come with everything. A lot of meals are included, transportation, first class, accommodations, all of the stuff is included, like those guys. So that's why you never really hear anybody complain about how we do it, because we do it proper. We don't leave anything out. We don't be like, oh, y'all guys need to figure out like hotels and how you're going to get around. We take care of all of that. And then number two, we put you in a place where, how can I say it? Leave it there. We put you in a place where you can get out and enjoy South Africa. You're going to have time in the evening, and then of course at the end we have a big to do at the end. So eventually you're like, wow, I do understand South Africa. I do understand why people want to come here. So this is it. This is part of it. So we want to bring that to you as well. So just reach out to us on our website, therealsouthafrica.com. Check it out. If you're a couple, make sure you hit double occupancy. Just get two of those and we'll put you in the same room. But if you want a room by yourself, then of course you can hit single occupancy. We take care of that as well. We're going to be transporting you around the country because you're going to be all over Johannesburg, and then we're going to take you out to a game safari or lodge. That's going to happen as well. So it's a lot inside of what you're going to get, and when you leave, you're going to be like, wow, thank you, Real South Africa, for showing us, the way that you see it. Because this is the way that we see it. No one else sees it like this. Most people don't see it the way we see it, but we see it on this level. If you're with us throughout the year on our channels, you see how we operate, and we want you guys to go ahead and do that. And keep in mind when you check out, even if you just want to put your deposit down, you can use a firm. Great company. Nobody has complained. It's been amazing for us. We vetted them, so they're good. Or if you want to pay for your whole trip, use a firm. It works. And then you can come to South Africa with us and spend time with us. But we will be with you every day on that trip. So we will see you guys here in sunny South Africa. All right, we have left the clubhouse and we are actually out and about looking at this location because we're thinking about bringing this particular location. But keep in mind, there are other locations throughout the greater Johannesburg, Pretoria area that we do have access. And so we always start with a list and then we ultimately end up cutting it down to a bite size, because you guys are going to be looking at houses for 5 days straight throughout the area. So we don't want to overwhelm you. And of course, you're going to be looking at houses, and then obviously you'll be looking at investment properties as well. So this real estate tour is going to be very comprehensive, just like the last one. Right, Tasha?
Absolutely. So let's just talk a little bit about what you're going to get and why the real estate tour is so important for those of you that are looking to retire soon or looking for investment properties in another country. South Africa is probably one of the best places to invest in, but what you get on the tour is going to be a one of a kind experience. Just noting that you're going to have access to a conveyancer. What's a conveyancer? Those are the lawyers that kind of make sure your money stays safe until the transaction is done. Obviously, the agents, the builders, the architects, the people that are in charge of rental properties, all things that you're going to be interested in, and making sure that you make the best choice for you and your family.
Exactly. And so, this is kind of like one of our flagship programs for the Real South Africa. Obviously, our other trips are amazing. Obviously, you've seen enough of the testimonials to prove that what we do offer is what they actually get. And of course, we always over deliver. And then, of course, doing the real estate tour is like a flagship thing. We truly over deliver because, a lot of you guys are just sitting at home thinking, oh, I just want to buy a house. I just want to buy a house. And you're not even aware of all the availability that's here in South Africa to include all the types of homes. Like you might not even been thinking about purchasing an apartment for investment purposes or to live in. Might not even cross your mind until you walk into one. And then, of course, the thing that we talk about a lot is that, is lifestyle. What type of lifestyle do you want to live? Like, for example, in this particular estate, outside of it being a golf estate, it's a wildlife estate as well. So you have some animals that you will find on the safari drive, living inside the estate. They could just be laying in your yard.
We did see a lot of animals kind of hanging out in people's yards. Obviously, you cannot hunt them
Yeah.
or do anything along those lines, and there are no predators, so you don't have to worry about that. But just being able to live in a wildlife slash golf estate gives you choices and options. Those options are for you to decide on your own, but just being able to choose the lifestyle that you want to live as you come into your golden ages and you know what it is you want. South Africa actually offers that to you. Oh, look, there it is.
Yeah, there's an animal right there.
And they're over in the, I told you they were in
this
the
tree
yards.
line here, there's some animals. You can't see them, but they're just in people's yards.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but it's something that we're not used to. But I always say about South Africa, it's all about the levels. There are so many levels here that you can access, especially as someone who's coming from the U.S., who's who has access to U.S. dollars, even if it's through via retirement or a company you own or whatever the case may be. It's a buyer's market for one. Don't kind of think about the U.S. market so much while you're here, because this is just a different scenario. The whole world comes here to purchase property and to live here for various reasons. Obviously, the weather, obviously the culture that's here. I mean, so many different things, but you'll find all that out because the last two groups that came here on the real estate tour, again, they didn't know each other. They had no idea who each other were until they got together and they started bonding and they started realizing that they're more alike than not. And they were having a shared experience because they were in South Africa. And so, Tasha, what do you think about those relationships that were built?
The relationships that were built are still ongoing. They have conversations. They actually come back and visit South Africa together to continue their property searches. So they've made a bond that says, okay, we're in an agreement together. We're in a committed relationship to say South Africa is where we're going to be.
Yeah.
And because that happens, they all have someone that they can discuss South Africa with. Because a lot of them, it was their first time on the continent, their first time in South Africa. And a lot of them came by themselves. They didn't bring any family members. And if you've been to any place in the world and you fell in love with it, the one thing you want to do is share that information. And it's hard when there's no one to talk to it about. And what they were able to do.
Talk to it about.
What did I say?
That's exactly what you
talk
said.
To it about. Yeah. Talk about. What am I supposed to say? Anyway, you need someone to be able to talk with about it. I think that's it.
That's it.
And they have each other now to talk to about it.
Yeah.
And that's what the relationships have been built on, and I think that that's beautiful.
Yeah, I think because most people come, even though they send pictures back, everybody's sending pictures. What happens is that still nobody believes them. Like they don't, but the people that share that experience with them are the ones they generally can talk about it. And some of the houses they've been into, I know in our case with the real estate tour, there were people that were like, I could have never been in a house like this, not even to visit, not even been in a neighborhood like this. and they feel like they were significant people in the U.S. So to be able to have proper access, to these homes, you just don't get an agent and you just ride around. No, these people, they really go out of their way for the real South Africa to get you the access that you want and need. And then so many things, but you're protected because yes, that's true. You an American, they see you come in. Let's say you came as a private person and you wasn't with the real South Africa and you was like, oh, I want to buy a home. They will literally be like, well, maybe we should raise the price on the home. Well, when you come with us, they already know the deal. They know the deal. Our people are read the Riot Act. They know that whatever the listing price is what it's going to be, and then that's negotiable. You can, all depends on your negotiating skills. You can get it down, to a bite-sized price. Keep in mind that this is a buyer's market. So again, the opportunities are here. I would say that the values are, will continue to rise as you're looking at these homes. I know you're like, man, this stuff is incredible. Yes, keep in mind, throughout the greater Johannesburg, and this is in Pretoria, which is right up the street. And we also have a package on our website. If you want to come to Pretoria, just to get to know Pretoria, then yes, we do have that on our site. And I think the biggest thing about all of it, because people are confused, they're like, do I come on a real estate tour or do I come on a regular tour? Yes, you could do both, but I will tell you this, those that come on a real estate tour, we're done about 4:30, 5 o'clock every day. And where we have you set, people are actually going out and exploring, after that time. As long as they come back in the morning, ready to go, because we normally like to roll out about 8 o'clock in the morning so we can get to these locations at a reasonable time. But yeah, so you do get to understand South Africa as well. You just don't have any tours set up for yourself. But please, you got plenty of time to explore South Africa. And I think they really did last time, didn't they, Tasha?
They really did. A lot of them got together and made plans and talked to the locals. Yeah. And the locals are very, very important in your experience here in South Africa. I do want to add too, I know a lot of you are looking at these houses going, how much does that cost? How much does that cost? Well, you can't say whether or not you can afford it unless you actually come on the real estate tour and see what it is you can actually afford. Yeah. Because there's so many different price points all these houses. So even if you say,
there's some animals right there.
Some animals. Yeah. So even if you say, okay, my budget is $200,000, can I find anything for $200,000? The answer is yes, but you won't be able to find that Googling on a website or looking at stuff. You need to actually come and see these properties, meet the people, check out the environment, check out the lifestyle, check out the cultures that are in each of these estates. And that way you'll be able to decide how much you actually want to invest. And I do use the word invest because it's not just about buying a house. You're investing in the country, you're investing in the community, you're investing in yourself. So look at it from that perspective, and then you'll be able to make decisions that are good for you and your family.
Yeah, and even if you don't plan on moving now, or trying to, find yourself in South Africa in the next 5 minutes, you can actually come. And again, this is a great start. And it takes time to understand South Africa. You don't want to make all the mistakes. You don't want to do a whole bunch of, wrong things, and all of a sudden you have a bad feeling about South Africa, because it is not America. It's a whole different country. They do things completely different, but it's a just system, the way they have it set up, and people from around the world navigate it pretty easily, simply because they actually meet other South Africans. They actually have spent time here. They have, very little expectations of it meeting the same results that they are from their native countries, and so forth. So they just understand that this is South Africa, and this is a great way of living and whatnot. So we just wanted to bring this to you. We're going to bring you more, but I think you guys should look at signing up for the real estate tour and so forth. So after this, we're going to take you to the clubhouse, and you get a chance to see the golf course.
All right,
so see
guys,
you over there.
we're doing the real estate tour coming up soon, so we decided to come out here. We like to mix it up a little bit, bring you guys a lot of options, especially those who like to golf. Though this is one of the locations that we may bring. I'm not really sure. It's still early. So this is what it's going to be about.
So we would like for you guys to come on a real estate tour. I think last year we went to the Royal Johannesburg. It was amazing. And of course that's that over there. So it's a lot going on. It's a lot going on. So yeah. As y'all guys know how we do here at the Real South Africa, we do it big. And we want you guys to have the most. So here you are. So if you guys are golf fanatics or not, you can absolutely get involved in all of this here in South Africa. So as somebody says, is this South Africa? Well, yes, it is. So this is what we're doing. So see you guys later in sunny South. All right, guys. As you guys have probably already figured out, you guys have the opportunity to come on the 2024 real estate tour here in South Africa with the Real South Africa. And the last crew that came here for the 2023 real estate tour had an absolutely amazing time. They got the opportunity to bond together as a group. They became good friends, people that they did not know. And then, of course, they had the opportunity to have the chance, I'm going to say, to understand South African culture for the time that they were here. But as you can see, they had a great time, and that's going to be you as well. Coming here on a trip, getting a chance to meet people, and then, of course, everybody has the same idea. I want to get an opportunity to see Africa, South Africa in particular, and number two, being able to see property that is very nice here in the Republic of South Africa. Now, the group that came here obviously before, and then there was a group before that. So this is our third opportunity. And all I can say is that each and every time we've done it, it's gotten a little bit better. People absolutely enjoy, and that's why you need to go ahead and sign up for the trip. Let me tell you a little bit about it. First of all, everything is first class across the board. The service that you're going to get is first class across the board. The food that you're going to eat, that you're going to discover, is first class. The transportation that we put you in when you go around the city is first class. So everything is first class. And I think that's why everybody absolutely fell in love with the real estate tour, because for a period of time, they got an opportunity to do everything, get access, gain access to properties that they never had an opportunity to see before. And then even if they came on their own, they probably wouldn't have seen it. So you guys probably don't know, but we do have an education summit the second day that you're here. So again, you arrive in country. At that point, basically all we're going to do is collect you, take you to your hotel, let you guys absolutely just just collect yourselves. And of course, you can go eat, have dinner, do all these different things. You're not going to know anyone besides the persons that you came with. But then after that, we educate you. We put you in a room with all the people that you need to speak to. We put you in the rooms with property developers. We put you in the room with CEOs of certain properties. We put you in a room with everybody that you need to talk to. So if you have questions about how it works here in South Africa, well, this is the time that's when you're going to learn. So we do that so all the questions can be answered. So if you're here looking for investment properties, then you can talk to the people. They will explain to you in detail how it all works. And it's not like you're talking to someone who is a middle manager or somebody at the very bottom. You're speaking to the people that actually created the programs and the ones that are going to actually gain you that access that you're going to need. And we bring those people in the room with you. But again, after all of that, then we get you access to the properties themselves. Now, the estates, most of the estates here in South Africa, they're very private, meaning that they don't generally allow these types of things. But of course, we're the Real South Africa. They work with us very well, and they want us to bring people, from the Americas, simply because, first of all, they want to showcase what they have. They want people to see what they have, go back and tell everybody, hey, this is what we have here in South Africa. So again, the access is second to none. And of course, everybody that generally comes on the trip, once they get here, they understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you just can't pop up in these places. So check it out. It's nice?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You sure?
I appreciate the 5-star service that you have given me, Mark. You know how to
Is it
treat an old
5-star?
soldier.
Is it? Is it 5-star?
Bro, I come out the airport. Brother was right there with a sign up that said, Mike Johnson.
Okay.
And he waved, I went. And
There
he
you go.
took me straight to the
Hotel?
D'Angelo.
Yeah.
Michael D'Angelo.
Yeah?
I had a ball, man.
Yeah.
Got lost in the mall.
Oh, yeah, that's okay though.
Man, that mall's so big. If you don't have a compass and a map,
Yeah.
you better be active security.
Hey, you better shoot a straight asthma.
Yes, sir.
So after being here for a few days and having the opportunity to explore the area, like for example, we will probably have you in Santon City. Then you get the opportunity in the evening, because we start in the morning roughly about 8 o'clock. And then by 4 o'clock, we're done. We get you back to your hotel where you can rest and do all these things. And then in the evening, you can get with your new friends and explore and meet South Africans, and all of that. So it's a great opportunity to, again, get to see South Africa, but at the same time, you get to see some of the best properties that are here in the country. And all I can tell you is you will not be short of properties. So you're going to get an opportunity to see estates. You get to see standalone homes. You get to see homes that are worth US dollars from as low as 100,000 USD all the way up to $1 million USD. And it all depends on your flavor, and it all depends on what you want to do. But at the end of the day, you can actually enter into contracts to purchase property. You do not have to be a resident of South Africa, or you do not have to, have some special permission to buy property. When you sit down with the finance people, because we're going to have finance people there, you can ask those questions. So there's so many reasons to come on this tour. I mean, you get an opportunity to see the culture, you get an opportunity to see how they live, and then you can make a very good decision on what you want to do after, you completed the tour. Or, hey, while you're here, you can make the decision while you're here. I know a lot of you guys have been watching our channel for a while, and you've seen many people on the real estate tour. And I can tell you this, I know you want to be one of them. That's why you're watching this video. All I can do is say it's going to be in high demand. I'm also going to tell you that you need to go ahead and put your deposit down and go ahead and get yourself sorted, because when you come here, I'm telling you, it's going to be in November. If you look in this video here, it's warm outside, because in November in South Africa, we're leaving spring going into summer. So everything that you're going to need is here. And of course, like I said, again, we kind of try to, stretch it out over a good period of time, because at the end, you guys you're going to want to relax. So we kind of have a safari experience set up for you. And so most of these people enjoyed it, and you will too. So all I can say is come on to sunny South Africa, come on the 2024 real estate tour. You're absolutely are going to love it. And everybody who's been here has echoed it. I have plenty of videos on our channel. Check them out. So we'll see you here in sunny South Africa.
South Africa has partnered with the firm to give you more options for payment. Please visit our website to find out more. you so much for spending time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.